Go download my free legato course right now and learn to play fast in the fastest way possible. Hey, so now, if you've been watching the previous two videos, which I hope you have, we're talking about how to absolutely get to the point you want to get to where you can play and sound like a pro no matter what it is that you play. What is that defining difference in people? And in the first video, we figured out that it's rhythm. That rhythm is 50% of music, but we see it as kind of a hidden thing that we don't focus on. But when we do, it takes us only 5 to 10% of our, practice time, because we're practicing all kinds of other stuff like techniques and strumming and chords and all kinds of stuff, right? And the 50% of music that is rhythm only takes you this much to practice, whereas this is a whole lot, right? But there's another thing, and we also talked about the breakthrough, that we have to get to a point where practicing becomes automatic, where we don't think about it anymore, so we don't have to focus on practicing rhythm because we can't not do it, right? We have to push to that level by having focus over a period of 2 months, and we talked about our new program, which has all these elements built into it. But you don't need the program to focus on this, so please don't stop the video right now. We need a third thing here. We need to focus on, well, if we got this fantastic area where we can put some focus and some concentration over a period of 2 months and break through so practicing becomes automatic, then how can we really get to the point where it becomes automatic? What do we practice? How do we do this? And the cool thing is, that it only takes you 5-10% of your practice time to master this area that's going to make you sound like an absolute pro, even though you're only playing 2 chords or having a simple strumming pattern or playing like a simple solo with 3 notes. You're going to sound awesome if you master rhythm. Not only that, but you can practice it without having your instrument around. You can practice it while you talk and speak to friends. You can practice it while being on the phone, while eating. You can even practice it in your head, in your mind, without doing anything. Really. And this is not like that's a cool thought, Claus. That's a nice little cute idea. But this is really real. And once you push to the level of where you have been focusing on it for a couple of months, then this will just keep on and on and on. It'll be like a bad habit. And how do we do that? Well, we develop some exercises that we can do without the instrument. And rhythm is a separate skill, has nothing to do with guitar necessarily. So when you can do rhythm, you can do that on any instrument. And this whole area just dawned on me because one of my best friends is a drummer, and he took up playing guitar, and he was a high level guy, playing in the cool bands. And then he took up playing guitar. And after 2 weeks, it was like, how could you play a chord like that and sound like that, right? He was just playing, I got this C major down, and I was used to hearing, okay, that's how normal people play a C major when they've been playing it for 2 weeks. But he was like, I got this C major down. And I was like, wow, what is that? And the whole point was that he was a drummer. So he got the rhythm skills down, and that just makes you half of a guitarist, right? It's the most amazing thing. So what do? Well, we develop some exercises that we can do without having our instrument close to us. So you can take anything. And the whole core of the rhythm skill is to be able to have a pulse going, right? Like tapping your foot at the beat of the music, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then do something else, another rhythm on top of that with some other body part. You can tap the pulse with one hand, like this, and then have something else going on in the other hand. That's one way of doing it. Or you can have the pulse in your foot, right? And then you can say something with your mouth, and da ba da da ba da 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 da. This is my foot right now. Ba da 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 ba da 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 ra da 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 ba da da da. Right? That's a way of doing it. Or you can do it with the 2 fingers. You can have the pulse with one, and then do something else with the other finger. It doesn't matter. It really doesn't, because you're practicing the skill that then can be applied to whatever you do, whether it's be drums or guitar or whatever. You can also do it with your hand. You can have like a strumming pattern, strumming pattern going, You don't need your pick. You can imagine holding a pick and then do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then start strumming a pattern. Ba-ga, ba-ga, ga, ba-ga. If you got the feeling of that, bat, and bat, oh, bat, da, 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 ba, da. You see, I'm having an accented stroke in the air when I do that. And if you can do that with big movements and practice it, then you can do it with small movements as well. So you're basically just doing this as you're talking to people. Da, da, ba, ba, da, 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 oh, da, 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 ba, da, da, ba, da, da, ba, da, 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 da. You can do all kinds of stuff without, the... You know, if you're in class, you go to school, you can go... Right? You can do all kinds of stuff. And you can do that on your thighs, on your legs without people noticing, on your chest. And you can do it so silently on a tabletop that nobody would see you do it. And what happens is, if you do this enough, if you build it in, you'll be making experiments with animals that, probably not that nice. But if you take like an animal and you do the same thing, you force their fingers to do this, or you do it with a human being. If you do this enough, like this, right, it becomes automatic. Then you can't stop doing it because the nervous system is rigged to doing it, right? So it doesn't matter what it is. If you repeat it enough times, it becomes like a bad habit. And that's where you want to get to. So this is mind-blowingly simple to learn. And it is mind-blowingly easy to get to absolute, total unconscious mastery, where you don't think about it anymore. How? By learning a pattern like, right? Having that pulse, having another rhythm, going with the other hand, or whatever part of your body you want to do it with, and then doing it enough for it to become automatic, and then doing it all day. In the beginning, you can do it consciously. You think about it every day. You put up reminders in your phone. You got to practice that rhythm. Okay. Right? And then as you do it, it becomes automatic. It becomes like a bad habit. Now you can't stop doing it. And now mastery is guaranteed. Right? So you can practice multiple hours a day. You can get to the point where it's automatic. So why aren't we doing this? Because it's not sexy, right? Rhythm is like the hidden part of things. The sexy thing is the notes, right? It's all the... Right? That's what we like. Oh, the rhythm part of it, right? Right? We want to learn the chords. I want to learn the strumming patterns. We want to learn all the licks, right? And we don't think about the rhythm of the licks. It's something we just learn as we're playing songs, or something we just learn as we're playing licks. But it doesn't work like that. Mastery doesn't work like that. Mastery says, pull out each individual sub-skill and then focus on it and hammer away at it until you master it. Mastery says, don't practice more than one thing at a time. If you can stop doing that, practice each individual skill by itself. Don't practice a lick that challenges you rhythmically. Don't put notes to a rhythm that you don't master. Suddenly the brain is trying to focus on two things at once. So become cross-eyed, like, and then you're trying to learn. Impossible. Or it's not impossible. It's just impossible to get to mastery. Right? It just is. Unless, each challenge is so easy, like playing triplets on one string. So repetitive and simple that you can learn it as one thing. But you take out the rhythm skills and then you hammer away at it. And I promise you, every other skill that you know will come to its full right. Suddenly you can hear your alternate picking skills, your sweep picking skills, your chord playing skills. Because now it's like you're just, it's right there. So go check out our new program, Origin, which has these elements built into it. It's got 40 different exercises that you can bring with you and practice at different levels, wherever you are without your instrument. It really is an amazing program when it comes to building your rhythm skills, and it follows you along for an extended period of time, so we guarantee that you will break through that wall. So it becomes automatic, and you don't have to think about it, because rhythm skills should be a totally automatic thing underneath everything else you do. So once that is in place, everything else becomes easier to learn, and you can safely build your skills on top of that. This is the skill of the true musician. You must become a master at it as fast as humanly possible, because it will change everything. Your results, how you look at yourself when you play, you'll suddenly just grow in confidence, because you know what you play with the skills you have will sound really great, because you got those rhythm skills down. You got 50% of the equation down. So go check it out, or start creating a plan today for yourself of how to master this area. Okay? So, see you in the next and final video, which you must see. It's the most important before you end this little session here, this little mini course on rhythm. So, see you tomorrow.
Subscribe for more free videos. Do it. Do it now. Do it.